It's your girl Bondi Blue, and I am back for Black Ink Crew Season 6. Okay, look. Alright, so I ain't got no one here. Okay, alright. So look, you haven't gone and followed me on Instagram yet? I don't know what's going on in your life. But jump to it. Ooh. Yeah, you know how Aretha Franklin just all kind of exclamations in the song. Jump to it. Look, okay, follow me on Instagram so y'all can see. Last night I posted and I was live on Instagram as well with me and Teddy, because Teddy Ruks and C's are opening up a shop in New Orleans. And because they love my reviews of their show and have been since the very first season, I don't know if y'all know, because some of y'all was commenting on the picture like, did he recognize you? And I'm like, we met up. I know it didn't look like that, because it was like it was when he first walked in, and I went up to him and I hugged him, and he was like, oh my God, you're so little. And I'm like, so are you. Because y'all know, Teddy's lost weight, and he's much smaller in person than you would think, but he's still like buff and solid as shit, and he smelled really good. And he did take his sunglasses off for me as to not be impersonal, because like niggas go Hollywood and then all of a sudden you can't have a conversation with them without their shades being on. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, it was one of the best experiences I've had because of my YouTube channel. Like, we met in the hoodest little bar on Tulane Avenue. And apparently, according to C's, Teddy will stay having your ass in the hood. Look, I'm from New Orleans, and I actually, work not too far away from this bar, but it was like a homeless person at the entrance when we walked in with a bag full of shit all over the ground, and we was trying to walk around them, but it wasn't a lot of space because they had a barricade. So it was like, the homeless lady has shit on the ground, and I don't feel like I should touch any of that. So I'm just like, it was crazy from jump. Okay. Now y'all know I was on my guard because I talk shit about people for a living. Okay. So, partial of my living. Okay. So, I'm always like, I wonder what people are gonna, how they're gonna react to me. Are they gonna try to fight me? Like, am I gonna have to experience some shit? But if you stay ready, you ain't never gotta get ready. Okay. So a bitch had her keys in her hand like this. You just never know. Okay, but look, he wasn't there yet. He didn't come until later. We had a drink, sat down. The show had started because they, turned the music off and had the whole place, had all the TVs in the place on the show. And we were supposed to be watching the show, but when he came in, I just wanted to talk. Like, I wanted to vibe. We was vibing in that bitch, man. My husband was with us, and that's who took the picture. We had a really good time. We was just chilling and talking, okay? And there were a lot of things made clear, which mainly is most of the time my feelings about these things usually are correct. And he said that Sky is not mad at me because I did ask that. I tell y'all all the time, like, she works on my fucking nerves and she crazy as hell, but I can't just be like, fuck her. It's hard for me to feel like that because when she cried, like, I feel how genuine she be in that moment. But he confirmed she just fucking crazy. If you see the video on my Instagram, that's what he was saying. He was saying that bitch is psycho. And I believe him. Okay? Like I said in the video. But we talked about a lot of things, and I won't go into detail about everything. But one of the coolest things that happened was it was supposed to be him and C's. But C's didn't come. And I don't often talk to C's a lot on social media, so I never know like how he really feel about me. I just kind of hear from everybody, oh, everybody loves you. I talked to Michael, one of the producers on the show. Me and Walt have talked. And me and Teddy talk a lot. I've met Sassy and Puma, in real life before when they came down here to New Orleans. So, even though they're not really a part of the show anymore and they're not friends, regardless of what's going to happen on this show, Puma is not friends with Caesar and Teddy anymore because Caesar and Teddy come as a couple. If you're friends with one, you're friends with both. If you're not friends with either one of them or one of them, you're not friends with either one. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just how it goes. They're cousins, okay? I get it. It's the family thing, okay? That's how I feel like it should be, but whatever. When it's family members. When it's friends, I don't care. But when we family, motherfucker, and somebody done wronged me greatly, like tried to crack me upside the head with a bottle because they can't fight, yeah, I'm gonna need for you to not kick it with them no more. You know what I'm saying? That was the deuce from this conversation that we had. But like I said, the coolest part, C's calls video chat. And I'm in a club, like on live, like, yay, we just chilling, whatever, whatever. And as soon as I was like, oh my God, the phone went down and I was like, let me go talk to you outside where I can hear. So I ran outside and we talked for a few minutes. And they both told me how they see me as Lil Oprah, and I've seen people say that, and it made me feel so good. It made me feel so good that they really love my shit. They don't take it personally. They know if I said it, it's coming from a good place, which it always is. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy that translates through the camera in such a way that when we talk to each other, I felt like they was my homeboys, like for real. And they're going to come back down here in the next week or two, I think. They still figuring that out. And then we'll chill again when they come that time. But I didn't know if it was going to happen because Teddy wasn't, really corresponding. He just said, hey, we'll be there at this time and I'll talk to you then. So I was like, okay, fine. So my whole day went by and he hadn't called until like 6:30. And I'm thinking that it wasn't going to happen because the show I thought was coming on at 7, it came on 8. I forgot that they changed it when they came back. It went from 7 to 8. But anyway, me and C's had this conversation, and like I was telling him how proud I am of him, of how he's like really grown into this mogul. Like he has several different shops. He has the different shows he's executive producing on. He's hosting. He's really taking this to another level that it could not have, it wouldn't have went if he didn't have the forethought to be that way. And Teddy, the same thing. You know what I mean? Like they really are smart dudes, bruh. And to see them now be so successful after, I've been with y'all since, C's was a little on the chunky side and had a tooth missing on the side. Like I've been with y'all since we kept trying to figure out if Puma had his tooth replaced, lost it, and replaced it again, and then lost it again. So it's like before Sky was on the show, before Donna was on the show, when it was Alex, you know what I'm saying, Queen of the Mixies and shit like that, and it was Puma and Sassy in the shop with them all the time. Like I was at the beginning of this with them, and to see them grow over these past, years or whatever, it was just cool. And I was telling him how proud I was of him, and he was just smiling from ear to ear. And like full dimples in the teeth are great. Everybody got their teeth fixed except for Donna. And, and I just love y'all for that. I told them too. I was like, I'm glad y'all all went and got y'all teeth fixed. Boy, I swear. Everybody be telling me my teeth are nice. Thank you. But trust me, I would totally go to a dentist and be like, do you think I need to fix anything? Like, y'all, the talk with C's was so cool. And the fact that they just thought to do that, considering he didn't come, just so I would know that they was thinking about me, and that whenever they do a reunion show, my name always comes up in the conversation, for when they talk about that. I was like, it was crazy. I hugged him twice when we left because I was like, it was real. It was like real. And that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Because like often motherfuckers is Hollywood as shit. Or I review shows and people don't watch my reviews. They don't give a fuck about what I got to say, or they don't like me. But my relationship with Black Ink Crew has always been different than every, other show that I reviewed. That's why I stayed with it, and I always do it no matter what. You know what I mean? And Love and Hip Hop, same thing. But Black Ink Crew for real. Because like I felt like we was coming up at the same time or some shit like that. It's a different feeling. And to meet Teddy and know that I matter to them like that, that's what I'm trying to say. Get my words together. It just meant a lot. It meant a lot. It was cool. I enjoyed it. I can't wait for them to come back so we can chill at my house and, not at some bar that scared me upon entry. So let's get into the show. Okay. So at the beginning of the episode, they're having a scene, everybody in there chilling, talking, joking, and all of this shit. And Bae is talking about how she hate her pregnancy. Basically taking the pregnancy for granted. When our girl Donna over here just went through a whole miscarriage, and had to get, her fallopian tube and her uterus cut out, half of it anyway, and now she's going to have high-risk pregnancies. Like, she just went through something, and she would be blessed and feel happy to go through whatever you're going through while you are healthy and pregnant, with both of your fallopian tubes and your uterus fully intact. So, Kit and everybody's looking at her like, bitch, Donna is right there. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, bitch, and Donna is like, I really feel like you should just be cherishing and enjoying this time, because everybody might not have that experience, like letting her know, bitch, hey, Hello? Donna decides that she's going to go over to Young Bae's house and help her get ready to have that baby, to loosen up that coochie, okay? Loosen the cooch, all right? Loosen that cooch, all right? Do some squats. Yo, I'm telling you right now, my mom was a dancer, and my mom always danced. Even when I was like really young, my mama took dance classes and shit like that. And she said both of us, me and my sister, came out very easily. No real pain. She felt like she had to use the bathroom. Boom, bada pow, baby's out. You know what I'm saying? So I totally understand what Donna was saying. Donna, you did not need the physical evidence like you needed to show Bae, because Bae was talking about, I don't want to lose cooch. Bitch, you gonna want it loose when that baby head come out, okay? I follow Empowered Pregnancies or Empowered Pride. I forgot what the Instagram name is on IG, but it's like all of these Instagram videos of when women have their babies, and they will show you like vag opening, baby head coming out, skeetation, okay, rippage, all kinds of sauces and shit. The whole, you know, when the afterbirth come out, they show you all of that shit on that Instagram, and I love it. Anyway, I was here for Donna and her visuals and all of her help with Young Bae and her trying to make sure that everything is loose for the cooch for the baby to come out. Okay, Donna, if that's how you needed the help, if that's what made you feel better, Young Bae, okay, I'm glad that you appreciated that experience from Donna. So Alex finally paid Caesar back the money for bailing him out of jail. Okay? And we discover that he has issues with his dad, and he talks to Caesar about it, you know, because Caesar's now reached this area of Yodaism since his old lady ain't on the show no more. His ex-old lady ain't on the show, and we don't see him acting a fool with all of these different females and stuff like that. Now he is like into the area where everybody comes to talk to him and ask for advice. This is old nigga ship. So they talking, and it's sad because he's talking about how his daddy would put his hands on him, you know? And this translates into Alex sitting down with his daddy after hungrily finishing some food. And his daddy walks in and sits down, and he basically tells him, look, man, you know, when I was growing up, I felt like I would have listened to anything you had to say to me. And instead of, you know, like just talking to me, you put your hands on me. And you made me scared of you. And his daddy is like, you gotta understand the prison mentality, okay? You gotta understand. You be out here in these streets, they eat your ass alive. You gonna be prey or you gonna be a predator, nigga? Which one you gonna be? Better be a predator, nigga. You my son. Look, I go into it, nigga. Okay, I will go into the way up in here. Okay, on this daddy used to be in jail all the time. Shit. Okay, little nigga, he had to teach you something. Punch you in your chest, make you a man out here in these streets. Which, I mean, we all know, like, that's really an old school way of thinking. I still believe in corporal punishment for young children. I don't feel like you should just be punching your 6-year-old in the fucking chest like he a grown-ass man or something like that. I feel like punching in the chest is for teenagers. That's teenage year shit, okay? Because you can't whip them with a belt no more. So that's when you start punching them in places where you're trying not to really hurt them, but let them know, I will fuck you up. I understand that, and I understand him trying to make his son hard, especially probably in the hood that they grew up in and stuff like that. He didn't want his son to be somebody who was picked on, and you could tell Alex is like small in stature and shit like that, just like his daddy. So I think his daddy was just really doing the best he could with what he had, and that was proven to me when Alex explains how what really made him disown his daddy was the day that his daddy fought him while he was holding his son. And if y'all seen his son, y'all know his son is a toddler. So his son was probably very young and probably close to being a newborn baby when his father decided to lose his shit and put his hands on him while he was holding his son. And Alex feels like that meant that you didn't give a fuck about me or my son. And that's when I couldn't mess with you no more. And the daddy is like, I wish I could take that day back. I hate that day. He says, I was wrong for that. There's no excuse for it. And I will forever feel bad about that. And I'm sorry. Like, broke down and apologized. And I was like, that's how you apologize to somebody so that they know. So speaking of fathers, real men. Shout out to Tom Joyner. Okay, Walt is FaceTiming with his kids. He's trying to get his photography studio and his, deluxe apartment in the sky together. And he FaceTimes his kids and he misses his kids. And he knows that he has to get his shit together because he has to be in their lives. And he can't let his addiction to alcohol or the fact that he can't handle his money right. He cannot let that dictate how he takes care of his kids and how he provides for them, you know? And he took his hat off to their mom and everything. And I feel bad for Walt, but at the same time, I feel like as a grown-ass man who has been given this opportunity for as long as you've had it, for you to be living in the fucking projects right now, my nigga, you need to get it the fuck together. Teddy got a dog. Cute little French bulldog, I think. And Teddy wants to co-parent this dog with Sky because his dumb ass did not look at the fine print on his lease to find out how much it would cost or if he could have dogs in his apartment. And I felt the same way as Steve. Nigga, how could you not know about that? Like, that was the first question I'm always asking when I was looking for apartments. Do you allow pets? Do you allow dogs? So the fact that he didn't even ask, whatever. So here we are. You want to co-parent the puppy with Sky. Sky's crazy. Sky kicks your ass every time she gets a chance. You told me yourself. Sky's crazy. So why do you want further attachment to her crazy ass? I do not know. All right? We're talking about that, and then Jada comes in. Jada's still pissed off with Donna because Donna left her high and dry on trying to find somebody to take over Donna's lease while she moving with the boyfriend that she's going to cheat on. Okay? She's going on and on about it. And we know Sky's still feeling some type of way. So Sky says, well, maybe Donna didn't want to live with somebody that always gets sloppy seconds, bitch. And I'm just kind of like, but Sky, Donna got the sloppy seconds too. And thirds and fourths and fifths. Like what are you talking about, bitch? Why are we back on this? We're gonna have to have a conversation about this, Sky. Okay? And that's how Teddy felt about it after Jada knocked his fucking head off. Even though, Teddy, I do agree that jacket was stupid. I did not like what was going on. You had shoulder pads in that fucking jacket? Like, what was happening there? Like, she looked swole as shit in that jacket. I was so confused. And normally, I'm so here for retro, colorful leather jackets. I don't know what the fuck that jacket was about. But I agree, my nigga, it was a stupid fucking jacket. And she still knocked his hat off, and I was like, how could you let her knock that hat off your head? How could you do that? He also told me he did not fuck Jada. I just want to put that out there. Teddy said he did not smash Jada. Okay? He admits to smashing everybody else, so I have no reason to think he would lie to me about that. So Teddy decides that, maybe he should talk to Sky because she is bullying all the bitches in his shop because of him, right? So he takes her out to dinner, and it's so nice and shit. Like, it's being romantical. And it's real litty, as Sky would put it. She look cute. I was looking at it, I was like, damn, bitch, that's a nice, that was a nice ensemble, bitch. Anyway, so they sit down, and Teddy is like, I love you. And like, I love you too. We thinking it's about to go somewhere good. I just wanted to talk about what our situation is. What is it, Basically, we not together. You can do what you want to do, but you keep trying to tell me who I can smash. Like, you gotta get out of my personal life. Like, I don't have a ring on my finger. You don't have a ring on your finger. She smacked the fuck out of him. Bow! Nigga, shut the fuck up. And it was so funny because even though Sky is crazy as shit, when she sat there and looked at him after she hit him, I was like, ooh, that looked like something I've done. I would never hit no... Let me tell you something. He told me Sky used to box. I believe it. I would never hit my dude that hard. Like, I feel like she hit that nigga like it wasn't no holdback whatsoever in that smack. And then the reach from across the table. Like, I would give it a 5 if I thought it, if I didn't think it was fucked up, I would give it a 5. If top is 5, I'd give it a 5, okay? Like, she smacked the fuck out that nigga with no real reach. Bow, like, right across the table. He sat in it for a minute, and I just want to say this is another thing I love about Teddy. The fact that Teddy never puts his hands on her, never chokes her ass up, never hits her back, never pushes her, nothing. Just takes it, digests the shit, and moves on. Okay? He put his sunglasses on and started looking at his phone. He ain't got shit else to talk to you about. Okay? And she gets up and leaves and says she loves him on the way out. And I'm like, this bitch is so crazy. So, oh shit and Nikki have a sip and see, okay? And you think a sip and see is you coming to drink and look at some shit and basically is coming to drink and look at shit's kid, okay? And it's cute. Everybody shows up. Melody's there with her baby daddy and her baby. And the whole Motley crew is there. And we're all having a good time. And several different things are happening all at once. First of all, why Sky felt the need to bring one of those gay guys that she met at the club, who she's trying to see if she wants them to be her donor. Stop playing with my emotions, okay? We know that this is not for real with this shit right now, okay? Like, you bringing him in the background. Like, no, I'm not here for this at all, okay? Elliot and his potential sperm gonna tell babe, I need for you to check it out for me. And she like, oh, you want me to look at the package? Okay. Babe, I fuck with you. Yeah, that shit was funny. So Ted sits down and talks to C's about his conversation with Sky and how she knocked the shit out of him and how he just don't know what to do about it anymore. And then bam! She pops up right behind him like the creepy bitch that she can be sometimes. So they go sit to the side and she tells him, there's no excuse for me putting my hands on you, and I want to tell you I'm sorry and that I appreciate you being man enough to not put your hands on me because that means you being a bigger person. So she apologized to him and he teared up and shit. We was in the club watching it and I was like, nigga, you emotional? Nigga, you was emotional? It was a good scene though, because they apologized. She apologized to him and he accepted her apology and just said, look, just remember to give me my space and we good. And we can move on, you know what I'm saying? But she not done hitting your ass and we all know that, okay? So then Kevin messy ass pop up with the paternity test because Sky and the whole crew have been talking about Nikki's baby not being oh shits. And maybe they should bring a paternity test to the party, okay? When they bring it to Sky, Sky is like, I am not doing that shit, okay? That's whack. Okay, that's whack. I'm not doing that. And now that I done met my little niece, I feel bad as shit. And I don't want to do that. He want to be the daddy. Let the nigga be the daddy. She get up, she walk off, all right? So Donna convinces Tati's drunk ass to go over to the baby, wipe the baby with a little napkin, bring the napkin back. Tati drunk as fuck. So while they thought this worked in their favor, when she go over there, she tells, oh shit, oh, the baby's so cute. I don't know what they're talking about. You definitely look like the daddy. Bitch. I was like, that's what y'all get. Somebody saying something about my baby? Somebody saying something about my wife? I don't want anybody saying anything about my wife. I'm gonna lose my shit. Okay, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of somebody here talking about Nikki like that. That's my wife. And I'm just sitting up here like shit is about to pop a vein in his chest or bust one of the threads in that tight ass jacket he had on. I don't know which one it was gonna be, but that nigga looked full. He was pissed off. And Sky was like, I know who did it. It was them, okay? I think Kit was in it. I'm not sure. It was Donna. It was the Vagina Slayer. She didn't mention Kevin even though that was the nigga that came through with the paternity test. It was Jada. It was all of them. It was the Donna man. Just blaming everybody, right? And Donna's like, oh, you want to start shit? All right then, bitch. Let's talk about it. You was in it from jump. What you talking about? You was a part of this. They start arguing, run across the floor to one another. Sky hit Donna first trying to mush her. Donna hit her. Looked like Sky tried to dodge it as it was happening so the hit didn't get that much of an impact. But she came back up and then they got into the tussle. And then next episode. So I can't wait to see how this fight plays out. I also can't wait for them to come back. You guys, I can't tell y'all like how much that whole situation meant to me and how much fun I had and just how everything is starting to happen right now. I really hope, nigga about to be living the best life. Yeah, because I'm living my best life. Turns all my L's into lessons. I love y'all. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And follow me on Instagram. I love you. Bye-bye.